Hey everyone, it's CL. So for today's video, I kind of want to review my 2019 and see if it was my glow up year. But previously I created like a bullet journal spread on what I wanted to do to make 2019 my glow up year. And now I'm gonna kind of review that to see if 2019 was my glow up year or if I need a little longer to kind of blossom and turn into the person that I want to be. But right off the bat, when I hear that, did I glow up in 2019? My immediate response is yes, definitely in some areas, because as far as like my mental health, I have come such a long way. Like there will always be ups and downs in life, but overall 2019 has been really, really great, especially now, and especially that now that I'm finding more stability in my life and falling into new routines, I'm feeling so much better. But when I review my bullet journal and go over the goals that I wanted to accomplish, I definitely did not achieve those goals. Like I feel like I achieved a lot in 2019, but as far as the goals I set out for myself, I didn't do too great. So I'm just gonna kind of review and talk through some notes that I took and just see where I went with my 2019. So one of the first things I wrote in my bullet journal was to like lose weight. That is like my goal every year, is to lose weight. And this year I actually did lose weight. So when I started my weight loss journey this year and wrote it down in my bullet journal, I wrote down the weight that my scale gave me. And it was one of those scales that's kind of really cheap and you stand on it and the dial turns. So I had put down a starting weight and created my spread for my weight loss throughout the year. But then I purchased a digital scale, and when I stepped on the digital scale said that I actually weighed 15 pounds more than I thought I did. So I went with the digital scale because that's the scale that I use now, and I was kind of discouraged at first because like, man, I have a higher starting weight than I realized. So in the end, fast forward to today, I ended up losing weight, which is a good thing. I ended up losing about 30 pounds so far. You might not be able to tell like in my face because like I naturally have a big head that will never change, but in my body, like I have definitely lost inches in my body. But the catch is I can't really say that's a glow up because I didn't lose weight because I was doing well, like exercising or anything. I lost weight because I was really stressed out. I was really stressed out. I was really stressed out this year because I started my new job. I moved into a new place. I went back to school and it's like a boot camp, so it's like accelerated. And I was really stressed out to the point where I wasn't eating consistently. It's not that I forgot to eat. I would just be so busy that in order to save time, I just wouldn't eat. I would like stay at my desk and work. I would go from work to class and I just wouldn't eat, and that's not exactly healthy. And when I did eat, it was like fast food. So I definitely lost weight, but not in a healthy way. And I was kind of stressed to the point where like my hair was falling out. Like it's still falling out to this day. And I'm not going to show too closely because I don't like it. I am going a little bit bald around here, but I have started taking steps to like do better for my body. I've been taking my supplemental vitamins and I've been doing a lot of things to like grow my hair back. So my hair is slowly growing back and I'm slowly getting better at like remembering to eat. As far as my weight loss goal, I definitely hit a goal of wanting to lose weight, but it wasn't done in a healthy way. So I can't really call that a glow up. Part of my bullet journal of the goals I wanted to track was my habit tracker, and I was trying to implement like good habits to see if they made a difference. I tried to implement like a good healthcare routine as far as like remembering to take off my makeup. I think at one point I wanted to see what it was like if I like painted my nails consistently, you know. I just wanted to make like these small changes to see if they like made a difference in my life, putting this extra effort in. So as far as eating healthy, that goes into what I just said. I started eating healthy and then I just fell off and just started not eating, and when I did eat it was bad. And then like small things like painting my nails. I realized very early on that I loved my nails painted. It was very pretty, but it was incredibly frustrating because it chips like way too quickly. I don't know what I'm doing too many dishes maybe. But it would always chip and then I always have to redo it, and it kind of turned into like a pain to do. Like it was just kind of a more of a nuisance. Like, yes, it's beautiful and it's pretty, but it was kind of a pain to paint my nails all the time because you got to take off the polish, you got to put it back on. It's just kind of a pain. And it's kind of funny because I even put some weird things in my habit tracker. Like, if you watched the video, I had this thing that I wanted to try to see if I can get my wrinkle between my eyebrows, to see if I can get it to go away by putting tape there. It's something I seen on YouTube. I wanted to try it. People were saying if you do it, your wrinkle will like lessen or go away, something. I wanted my wrinkle to go away, so I decided to try it. But my wrinkle between my eyebrows was so powerful that it wrinkled the tape, and that I realized early on, like, this tape isn't going to help, especially if the tape has a wrinkle in it. Like, it's not going to help. My wrinkle is too powerful. My muscles that like furrow my brow are just too strong. So small things like that in my habit tracker that I realized, like, you know what, this isn't working out. I'm taking it out of my habit tracker because I've learned my lesson that no, it's just not working out. So things like that I tracked that didn't work out. And lesson learned. I think that's a good lesson learned though. You track these things to see if they make a difference in your life. If they don't make a difference in your life, next time you make your spread, next time you make your goals, you know not to include that. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to like try new things, you know? Okay. And then my next goal for 2019 was to get out of debt and increase my savings. So in the beginning of the year, I did really well paying off a lot of debt and also increasing my savings. My savings increased so much. But later in the year, I kind of hit some unexpected high financial issues. Like my dog, for example. One of my dogs had to go to the vet, and that bill cost, I think it was close to $7,000, and that's a lot of money to just disappear all of a sudden. So that definitely took a hit in my savings and my ability to continue to pay off debt. And it kind of went downhill from there, because from there, I think I was a little bit disorganized or like too busy, too much going on, to where I was just kind of focusing on making payments to things, and I wasn't really focusing on like budgeting. I didn't have too much time to sit down and work through like a realistic budget because I was just kind of busy, you know? And there were a lot of unexpected expenses that I had to pay for, and I just fell behind in my debt-free journey. So my debt-free journey is going to definitely continue in 2020. I am kind of, I wouldn't say I'm starting over, but it feels like I'm starting over because I'm not as far along as I wanted to be at this point in the year. But come 2020, I'm going to try really hard to pay off my debts, not in full, but like mostly. I have to be realistic, you know? So I'm really looking forward to 2020. I don't know what it is about 2020. It sounds like such a huge milestone. I know it's just like one more year, but it sounds like such a huge milestone, doesn't it? But for 2020, I'm going to continue my debt-free journey and to increase my savings, because right now my savings is in pain right now. Just these unexpected expenses, and it's just, I need to like bounce back from it. I need like something to bounce back, and then I'll be good. One of my goals in 2019 was to start another side hustle, which was Poshmark. So since I am a single income family, I have my main income, but it's always good to have like a side hustle, something that brings in like extra money, and that money can contribute to like either paying off your debt or increasing your savings or paying for something that's like unexpected. So I started Poshmark this year, and I have to say it was probably one of the best decisions I made, because that money from Poshmark has really helped out a lot, you know, having that supplemental income, because there's like things that just come up that you don't expect to be so expensive, but having that extra income has really helped out. So for example, my daughter needed glasses. Every year she goes to like the optometrist, and they've always said like, oh yeah, her eyes are getting a little worse, but it's not to the point where she needs glasses. This year she actually needed to get glasses. And I don't know if it's like the optometrist or the area that I'm in. Her glasses ended up costing like $300, like $300 or about $300. And I don't know about you, but to me, that's kind of a lot of money, you know, especially if you're going to be getting glasses like every year if your prescription changes. So that was something that was a little bit unexpected. I thought the insurance would pay more than it did. And the insurance didn't really pay much, I think, because I had to meet my deductible. So But Poshmark is definitely something that I'm going to continue next year in 2020, and I actually want to grow that business, that side hustle, even bigger, so I could have like more supplemental income coming in. And like I said, that's going to either pay off some debts or go into my savings. So that's one area where I think I did really well as far as a glow up, improving my side hustles. All right, so last two items from my goals from 2019. I wanted to work more on my blog that I started, and that kind of went on the back burner because I started school. And since I started school, now me starting school was kind of a spur of the moment decision in the sense that I started it so suddenly. I was actually planning on taking the course starting, I think it's November, December, starting in November, December, but the recruiter kind of talked me into starting it earlier, and I'm glad I did start it earlier, but it was kind of unexpected in the sense like all of a sudden I had more responsibilities. So as far as my blog, I didn't have time to really work on that or even think about it. So my blog is still dead right now. So in that sense, that was an area that I did not meet any goals in that area. But we'll see come 2020. The course that I'm taking is almost over. So I think I have 3 more months and then it's over. So not saying that I won't be busy after it's over, because there's still plenty of work that I need to do afterwards. But I will have, I think, more time if I wanted to do a little something extra. But it's just something I have to think about. Like, do I really want to spend time on a blog? Like, are blogs even relevant these days anymore? Like, I'm not even sure. So that's something I really want to think about. Like, is it something that will add value to my life, or is it something that's just extra that is just going to waste more time? So that's something I'm going to think about. You know, priorities change in life, goals in life change. So it's just a matter of me reevaluating what I want to prioritize in life and then take it from there. So my last goal for 2019, with the last spreads in my bullet journal, was that I wanted to gain like more technical skills, and in that sense I have done really great in 2019. The course I'm taking is very, very technical, so it is a boot camp. It's not coding boot camp or anything, but it's something very similar to that, and I have learned so much and I still want to keep learning. Even after the class is over, I want to keep learning. It's fun. It's something that I finally was able to accomplish. It's one thing to like study on your own, but when you have like a course that kind of guides you and keeps everything organized and holds you accountable, like your skill set improves faster as opposed to like learning on your own. Because when you're learning on your own, it's like self-paced, you don't really push yourself as hard. But when you're learning in a classroom and you're held accountable with your homework and held accountable in class, like you tend to learn a lot more. So in that sense, I have really, really improved in that area of my life. It's something that I want to continue to improve in come 2020. So yeah, okay. So sorry if this video is a little bit monotone. It is midnight and I'm trying to be somewhat quiet because I have neighbors that are probably sleeping. So in a sense, 2019, was it my glow up year? Yes and no. Definitely some areas I definitely glowed up. And then there was some areas where I need improvement. But you know, you can't expect perfection. It's something that is a continuous process of improvement. So come 2020, I'm going to continue to improve upon myself and continue my glow up journey, and hopefully I will hit more goals come 2020. So that's it for now. I will end up having another bullet journal for 2020. I know you guys are probably sick of my bullet journals and me starting them and then disappearing and not sharing. It's hard. I can't guarantee that I will be posting consistently because I don't really know. It really depends, but I'm trying. I would like to. So more to come. Hopefully I won't drop off again, but no promises. I'm just going to take it day by day. That's the best I can do at this time. So other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.